What's up? I'm Meg.
I'm La.
And we're somebody's unhinged sister. Well, 2-week break. What did you do over the last 2 weeks?
Went to the lake last weekend for Memorial Weekend. So
How was that?
that was fun. We saw somebody get a DUI, which apparently on a boat is called a BUI. So that was crazy because I'd never seen that before.
It's called a BUI?
Yeah, it's called, I guess, boating under the influence.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I knew that you could get like a DUI on the lake.
Yeah.
But
we had to do like a whole bunch of research because we were like, we need to know the details.
Yeah.
What happens? Do you lose your license? But it was crazy. Like they set him down like they brought him off of his boat and onto like the police boat or whatever and set him on the front, and like we watched them do the whole like sobriety test because it was at nighttime. It was dark out, but they had like a spotlight on him, so literally all we could see like out in the distance.
But he was on a boat doing a sobriety test?
Yeah, but they had him like sitting down on,
I was gonna say I would immediately fail on a boat.
They didn't make him do the walking and stuff, but he had to do all of like the touch your nose and like all of that stuff. So that was crazy.
Insane.
Yeah. What did you do?
I went to the beach for a week. I'm exhausted. We just got back yesterday. The beach with 2 toddlers, it's a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot. But I saw a license plate while I was there, and it said PPL mover.
Okay.
So people mover.
Okay.
That has to be a human trafficker, right?
Oh God.
I mean, right?
Just advertising out in the open.
I mean, I literally all week, I saw that when we were pulling into the beach, like onto the bridge. I was like, that license plate says people mover. And Jake was like, yeah. I was like, what's that mean? It's got to be a human trafficker. People? Yeah, I mean, if you move people, you're kidnapping them.
Yeah.
That's what I immediately thought. Yeah. So that started off the whole week.
Oh, good.
The ocean was like super calm. Like the first day was literally like a lake, like, but it was crystal clear blue and like the turquoisey green color was beautiful. That. So where we stay, we go to Topsail. The house we were in this week, so there used to be a front row in front of this house, so there was like a whole road, and then one of the hurricanes came in and like it's gone.
Yeah.
So this house is now front row. And when low tide, like when it would go all the way out, you could see the old asphalt like of the original road that was there, but we didn't see that until like Thursday and Friday. We realized what it was because I had gone out swimming. And I kept and I was paddleboarding and I would put my foot down and I was like, oh my God, what is that? And I thought it was a stingray.
Crazy.
I was like, cause it felt so slimy and gross. I was like, oh, I just stepped on a stingray. And I like immediately jumped back up. And then I kept feeling it. I was like, what is that? And then finally the tide went out enough to where we could see that it was the old road. So I spent like days like digging in the crevices trying to find shark's teeth, like a complete nerd, but it's fine. But anywho, so where the road is like a drop off. So it's like, sand. You're walking. It's like tons of shells. My feet are like destroyed like cheese grater. And then it just drops off, right? So I was like, well, all of the shells and like the shark's teeth, like the big ones, are going to be up against that ledge, like the drop off.
Yeah.
And so I waited until Katie got down there, one of my best friends, and I had her standing on the bank, like the shore. And I was in this crevice because once the tide went all the way out, it took the shells with it. Mm-hmm. So like, normally when you're at high tide, you're like, oh, the shells are going to be right there. When it goes out, we'll go look at them. Me and my mom did that. We waited a whole day for the tide to go out. And when it did, it was empty. No shells. We're like, we had just walked, like we knew that there were like tons of shells there.
Yeah.
I sound like such a nerd, but I don't care. I'm a sheller. And so I had Katie standing like on the shore. And I'm in the breakers, like right on this drop off. It's literally a ledge and it's like shells. And every time the water would come back, I was like scooping and throwing. And so Katie was running around with this bucket, like in the air, catching all of this sand and like shells. I was like throwing up in the air to get it.
Yeah.
My bathing suit, I was wearing this one piece that came down like low cut, stand up, whole boob is out.
Oh no.
Because I'm getting just like rolled and I have like cuts all over my legs from it, and to no avail. I found nothing.
Nothing.
Not
I found like shark tooth.
Well, yeah, I think we found 30 some shark's tooth.
Oh wow.
Like shark's teeth. Shark's teeth. But they're like the little ones.
Yeah.
And I actually got my mom to order these clear like cases that you can put them in, and so they can each have their own little squares, like a grid. And so I filled up like 2 of those, but no, to no avail. It was we just looked like a complete disaster. Like it was
just tossing sand.
Yeah,
up in
I
the
just
air.
didn't even care. Like it was like being a kid. But tried to paddleboard with Jake like on the board. That was awful.
Oh yeah.
Well, the board's not long enough. It's not big enough for 2 people. But I didn't believe that, so I was sitting on the nose. And you know how like the paddleboards have those like bungee cord kind of things on the front for your paddle, or for the girlies that pack their lunch and go to an island and eat it or whatever on their paddleboard, which by the way, insane. So I was like holding on to that literally like I was trying to bowl, like with one hand trying to like balance, and every time Jake would stand up I would counter and we would just eat it.
Paddleboarding, like even so with hard. One person is hard because one little shift of balance and like you're done.
And I have no balance anyway, and I'm 5'10" on a good day.
So
like my center of gravity is so weird, and I could stand but like the smallest little wave and I was like off to one side. And so I went out one day by myself, and it's so embarrassing because I literally look like a drunk giraffe just standing still, you know. So I was like, I'm just going to go. The water's so calm. I did not take into account like the current. So I got like in between like the drop off and where the waves were coming in. So it was like a little pond, like a pool there. So I'm in there. I was like, oh, this is golden. Like I'm good. I'm going to make it. And every time I would get out, a wave would bring me back. And I'm just like fighting it. It was so embarrassing. So that happened. And then I came in. And I rode a wave in, and then my fin caught, and I just
oh
my god, it was and it was like not in front of my family because I had gone down the beach some,
right?
So it was like these complete strangers are just watching me, and I was like, oh my god, it's so embarrassing.
That's hilarious.
So if you were on the beach, sorry.
That's watching people fall on the beach.
It
gets me
worst.
like watching people skimboard and stuff like that.
Katie wanted to learn, but we never went and got
skimboard?
her one. Yeah, we should have because it would have been hilarious. But Jake ate it on the paddleboard. His whole back got like destroyed. Like it's so hard, and I want to be one of those girlies so bad, but it's
I feel like maybe like do it like in a pond. Or like
because we did it on the lake and we were fine. But it's something about the waves. I mean,
there's a current and waves. And
oh my god, it was
so much
just
to take.
So the pictures on Facebook are kind of fake because
hurry and snap one before we fall.
Literally, that's what Katie was doing. She was standing out there like waist deep water with her phone. She's like, okay, go. And so we would get on and then immediately fall off. Like there's one where it's like my whole body's underwater except my hand is like because the board's about to fall on me.
Oh no,
it was so bad, but it was fun. Like we had a good time. I challenged myself because I have tried every key lime pie on Topsail Island in Surf City. Everyone. There's not one I have not tasted. And so every year I get key lime pie, but this year I was like, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to get chocolate mousse from every restaurant that serves chocolate mousse. So I ranked the chocolate mousse desserts from Topsail, just to do it. I don't know why. But Splash by the Sea is this restaurant that's in a resort called the Villa Capriani. It's delicious. It is the best food on the island. And their chocolate mousse is like heaven.
That place just sounds like they would have good food. Like a fancy name like that. Like you know you're eating good.
It was so good. So literally we started there, and then every night my uncle and I would get a chocolate mousse, and I tried I think 3 of them because one was like a chocolate mousse cake. And so I just took the cake part off and tried it, and it was good. But they serve in like this martini glass at fancy. Splash, and it has like the whipped cream and Oreos crumbled on top. It's really good. So if you go to Topsail Island, Splash by the Sea, get their chocolate mousse, and you're gonna need milk with it because it was rich. Like my face hurt.
I don't know if I've ever had a chocolate mousse.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like pudding. That's what it is. It's just chocolatey fancy. Yeah. That's what my brother was like. What if they just use like the powder? And I was like, well, it's good. Like whatever they do is delicious. So, but there's that. Oh, one more thing from the beach. I think this is my last beach anecdote. I think so. Maybe. We'll see. We're sitting in the living room. We were in like this, I guess it's essentially 4-story house because it has a ground level 1, 2, 3. So 4-story. And so Jake and I had the entire first floor, and it had like a kitchenette and like 3 bedrooms, like a bunk bedroom and then another queen and then the king or whatever. And we were sitting in the living room, and Katie and Brittany were there, and I look over, and Brittany, so they were like, Katie was laying with her feet towards Brittany, which automatic red flag. And I look over, and Brittany was eating a cookie, and she had to use her hands, so she sits it on the top of Katie's foot. And then just continues about her day. Like, no one is, like, Jake was like, did you just put that cookie on her foot? And she was like, yeah, I'm a germaphobe. I was like, what does that mean? She was like, I'm a germaphobe. I'm not going to put it on the table. I was like, so you sit it on her foot? And she ate it.
Yeah.
And she ate
right
it.
off of Katie's foot.
Oh, it was disgusting. I literally was like, I can't with y'all right now.
That's so funny.
Gross. So I think that's pretty much it. Like, we ate good food. Got destroyed by waves. Yeah. Found some shark's teeth. Kids had a good time. No one got sunburnt.
Did y'all fish much?
Yeah. It wasn't great. It's too early.
Mm-hmm.
Jake caught like a little bitty stingray Friday, and I think they went out on the boat, and I think my dad caught a flounder, but it was like little, and I don't think they're in season.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though, but no, not really. I mean, Jake fished the entire time, of course, like always had a rod out, but no, it wasn't great. But the water, I just can't get over the water. Like, it was so calm. Like, it was crazy. Like, almost scary.
That is crazy.
Yeah, like eerie. Like, you were out there and I was like, everything can see us.
Yeah.
Like, everything. And so you're like on the paddleboard with your feet dangling. And you're like, I'm clear. Like, it's clear vision to my foot hanging off this right now. So, but no shark attacks, which is good. We did watch Jaws in the theater. The house had like a theater room. And so we watched Jaws. And Jex lasted, I think, 3 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
Just the girl swimming.
The
first scene sent her, and she left.
Yeah.
So her and Jake didn't finish it. But
did Jet watch it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He fell asleep like halfway through, and then he was taking his like megalodon monster truck and was like dunna the whole rest of the weekend.
Funny.
But or the whole rest of the week. But it was pretty cool.
I love that.
I've never watched Jaws at the beach before. I don't recommend it.
No,
it makes you think.
Yeah.
Because like obviously it's fake and it's robots and all the things, but like when you get out in the water, you're like,
yeah.
There could be a Jaws. Like, there could be one.
See, I feel like Shark Week always falls on the week that we take, like, my side of the family beach trip. And I'm always like, well, let's just not watch that.
It's like, I think this year it's the week after.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but they'll have the whole week before will be last year's playing. So, technically, yeah, it will be. But I don't get in the water at Myrtle Beach very often, so...
I can get in it as long as, like, I'm not thinking about, like, the fact
Bacteria?
that I'm in it. Yeah. And I don't, like, let my feet touch the ground. Like, I have to have a boogie board or something.
have something.
Because something about my foot touching. But I love the ocean.
Is it just at Myrtle that you can't touch? Or is that anywhere?
Really anywhere. Even, like, the beach, the lake.
Oh, I would never let my feet touch the lake.
Yeah.
That's gross to me. I can't.
Even, like, at the lake, I'll get in, like, with my Crocs on if I have to. But even that, I'm like... either someone carry me out to where I can't touch,
carry me, please.
or I'm just gonna like be skimming the top of the water with like a life jacket, not letting my feet touch.
Y'all
you know?
like sit in the life jackets or whatever, like float. Yeah, I don't like my grandparents had a pond growing up, so we would swim in there. But like where we would go in, there was a like they had put sand so we could like walk out and not be in like the mush. Do you know what I mean? Because it's disgusting. But that's what I thought I was stepping in like. This year I never felt that before. It was so weird. And then it ended up being asphalt, and asphalt gets like rubbery when it sits under the ocean for 20 years.
That is crazy.
It was wild. But the lowest tide you could see like the whole, it was like black pavement.
That's crazy
on the beach. It was crazy. It was insane.
We speaking of like diaper, like, you know, floating in life jackets and stuff, we call it diapering because you like
say, where's this going?
you put your legs like through the armholes and like sit in it, and it looks like a diaper, so we call it diapering.
Right. Yeah.
And it's so funny because like whenever like you go out, you throw the anchor out, and it's just a whole bunch of heads like bobbing in the water because everyone's sitting in their life jackets, and everyone has their little drinks, you know, like right above the water. So all you see is heads and everybody holding their little cups up, and it's just so. But you know, underneath they're like kicking their feet and just look like absolutely
like
ridiculous. And so we were going up to meet up with like, you know, everyone else that was there. And they told us like we're on the same side we were on yesterday, blah blah blah. So and they have a pontoon boat, like I can't remember the color, but it's, you know, pontoon boat. And so we pulling up to what we think is them. It's a pontoon boat and a bunch of heads floating in the water with their little drinks. It was not them. It was a group. It was a group of like probably 15, like, you know, young 20 group of boys or whatever. And we pull right up to them.
God. They're probably like, oh no.
Yeah, and they're all just like kind of like looking like, hey, what's up and stuff like that. And we're like, oh, you're not. And we thought you were.
You're not our friends.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and they were like right on the other side. But yeah, it's just such a funny sight seeing a bunch of like, you know, grown men with their little drinks above the water and their little heads of bobbing.
That's so funny. I've only done that I think one time, and it wasn't for me. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't feel like secure, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm an ocean person. I feel like there was something I was going to say that in reference to that, and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, I made a drink at the beach. Well, at a bar we went to, the Splash. We were staying right next door, so we could walk over there. And like one night, I walked over just to have a cocktail, and they had the Crown Blackberry.
Ooh.
And I haven't had it yet. And so I was like, can I make something with this? And the guy was like, yeah. So I didn't. He made it. But the Blackberry Crown with blackberry syrup, lemonade, and ginger ale.
Mm-hmm.
And it was delicious.
That sounds
it
really
was
good,
so
actually.
good. It was so refreshing. And he put just enough like of the whiskey so you could know that you were drinking it, but it didn't like slap you in the face. Because at the beach, I don't want to I want to feel refreshed.
Right.
And so it was like, I think if we would have added a little bit of mint, it would have been better. But it was so good.
That sounds good.
So good.
Have you seen, we're like on the topic of beach and stuff today. Did you see the mermaid tail that was found on the beach?
What are you talking about?
It's insane. I saw it on TikTok. It's literally, these people are walking.
Was it like the bones?
Maybe.
No?
They were
Okay.
walking down the beach. It was nighttime.
Okay.
And they like stroll up on this, and it literally looks like a massive mermaid tail
Yeah.
that was just like cut off like at the waist.
At the torso?
Yeah. Oh, it's insane.
I have not seen that. I'll have to look. Well, now that we're talking about it, my algorithms will probably change.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll have to look it up.
I mean, it's crazy. It's like this like white, like it's not like
Was it white?
Yeah, it's like this white.
I did
you
see
might
that.
have seen,
Yeah. I didn't watch it. Like I saw something, I was scrolling. Actually, honestly, like that's why my topics are so all over the place. I didn't even get on like any of that this week. But I did scroll for a second and I saw something about that, but I never went back to watch it.
I just think like if mermaids were real, like I think they'd be more like that with like not the like pretty.
Right.
Like when did like someone kind of beautified mermaids and made them like these like cute little girls with these like big boobs and stuff like that. But I think they're actually like boobs. Disgusting and terrifying creatures.
Disgusting.
And I mean I feel like actually like they're you see like
Siren?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
they
what
look like alien-ish.
right.
Kinda.
Yeah, with like pointy teeth and
Yeah.
just like scary looking. I feel like mermaids would be more so that than
Yes,
like these
I agree
like
with that.
pretty big boobed like girls with the beautiful
Like
hair and
Ariel.
whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's not
Disney glorified the mermaid.
right.
I wonder why it like went, because I feel like when you hear like the sailor stories or whatever, like the folklore,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like all of them say it was a beautiful woman. It was the sound
Yes,
that was beautiful.
Have you ever seen like the I got on like mermaid side or like siren side of
Oh, I
TikTok
did
once,
too,
and
yeah.
it's people like literally people that work on boats and stuff out in the
They hear
ocean.
the sound?
Yes.
Yeah, there was the one guy that his video went super viral, and because he was like, there were things jumping in the water, and that was what he was videoing, and then all of a sudden you could hear like this music kind of,
Yeah.
and like a whistle almost, and like everybody on the deck like so like you could tell that it wasn't like a planned thing, like it wasn't staged, because
Right.
everyone was like, what was that? Like, and there was no way that they could have acted that well.
That would
Like-
just be so like eerie and like
Oh,
creepy, being in the middle of the
absolutely.
ocean and hearing this like music. Like I would be
No,
like, take
absolutely
me
not.
back to shore right now.
Because obviously I would think I'm having a stroke.
Yeah.
Like
oh yeah.
something is happening
Yeah.
to me right now. I can't be out here. I would probably die.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't like jump overboard because that's scarier than the music, but I would definitely go down to the bottom of the boat and be like, just let me know when it's over.
Yeah.
Just don't tell me
No.
anything else.
That's
So,
wild.
What else? There was another mermaid thing when you were talking about that I thought about, and now I cannot remember what it was. Oh, we used to wear bombshells. We used to wear bombshell bras.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. That was my thought.
Yeah.
I thought about that earlier because the picture that I posted, I was clearly wearing one, from us skateboarding. And then when you said like big boobs, I was like that, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone
We
used to be out
used to
here in
wear-
Victoria's Secret bombshells
Yeah,
with boobs looking huge.
bras.
Yeah.
Like I just
Got
that's
like
crazy.
3-inch thick
Oh,
padding
Absolutely.
in there.
Like I mean, it added what, 2 cup sizes?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's insane to me. I just like that just dawned on me today. I was like, that was a wild time.
On the topic of
And they hurt.
boobs, did you see
This is the boob episode.
did you ever this is kind of like I feel like old news, but we haven't like recorded in 2 weeks or whatever. The like portal that they had from like New York to Dublin, they were calling it a portal. It was essentially a giant FaceTime. So it's like this big round video camera that was in the middle of New York. There's one in New York and one in Dublin. So like people in Dublin could come up, see the people in New York side and stuff like that. So it was super cool. Everybody, I mean, like everyone was going to see it and stuff. It was crazy. Well, then it got ruined, and I'm pretty sure they had to shut it down because OnlyFans girl
God.
went and showed her boobs to the camera.
Yeah, but I mean, of course.
And they were like, okay, it's ruined. Like now we can't do it anymore.
Why? Custom titties?
Yeah, I was like, someone I seen someone like in the comments or something said like at least she was a professional. Like,
this is not just a random girl on the street.
But I was like, of course it would be like someone from New York to ruin it by showing their boobs and not someone from like Dublin. Yeah.
So that's funny. I didn't see that, but now I'm gonna look it up because that's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, it was crazy. It was like literally essentially a giant FaceTime call.
I mean, and I just feel like in New York though, like they're fashion forward.
Oh yeah.
Why can the boobs not be out?
Yeah.
I mean, did a lot of people see it? I guess.
Yeah, because I feel like every video I seen of it was like so many people on each side of the portal. Yeah, because it was just crazy.
I have not seen that.
Yeah,
that's crazy though. I mean, good for her because I could never be that person. Speaking of things that are happening, this is kind of the off the wall. Apparently JoJo Siwa got a tattoo of herself on her arm.
That does not surprise me.
So I don't know how true this is, but yesterday I did get on TikTok for a second, and it was like a green screen chick like talking like her little floating head, and then it was like JoJo in the background. Like the background was her like laying in a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
And her arm was out, and then if you zoom in, like the tattoo artist's iPad is there, and it's like a picture of JoJo in her like Kiss inspired makeup. And so the green screen girl was like, I mean, obviously that's what she's getting. Why else would he have that pulled up?
Yeah.
You know, like I guess maybe if he was just doing like the design she had around her eyes or whatever, but that could just be easily stenciled.
Yeah.
And with no detail. Like, I mean, you wouldn't need like the picture. So I'm interested to see if that's true.
The only person I approve of having a tattoo of themselves is Steve-O.
Yeah.
Because that's a very Steve-O thing. But absolutely. JoJo Siwa, like that.
Is his on his stomach?
His back, I think.
His back?
Yeah. Maybe.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think it is his back. I love Steve-O though.
Oh yeah.
I'm so proud of him actually. And I know that sounds weird considering he's a stranger, but that's just,
I mean, we essentially like we grew up with him. So like it's cool to see.
We saw him through all of his seasons.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I think he's doing very well for himself now. So, speaking of famous people, Hardy, wearing my shoes. I love them.
I saw those. I do like them.
They're super comfortable.
Yeah.
They look like little old lady shoes, and I'm kind of obsessed with it now that I have them. They are the most comfortable, so everyone should get them.
They're cuter too. Oh, I've just realized I didn't put socks on today, so ignore my feet.
Blur your feet.
Yeah. But I like when I seen the like those shoes, the loafers online and stuff. I pictured them to be like wider and like chunkier, but they're like cute and fitted.
These are the women's. So the men's are probably wider. I will say if you were to order your kids loafers, go up a size if your kid has like chunky feet, because I got Jet's normal size, and like when he takes them off he has little like dots from the holes, but he literally wore them all the time. Like he loves them so much. But Hardy dropped a new song. What was it, this weekend?
Yeah.
Or was it
Friday?
Yeah. Okay. Jim Bob. And it gave me Metallica, Kid Rock, Eminem.
Okay,
it's what it gave me. Speaking of Eminem, he's dropping an album. First one since 2020.
Yeah. He already dropped one song. Did you listen to it? Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched the little sneak peek, like the video. I haven't listened to the whole song yet. But I did not realize, and this is like shame on me for not catching this. Hold on. Excuse me. He announced this album with a fake obituary. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I feel like I saw someone on TikTok talk about it. It didn't like resonate what it meant.
Yeah.
So like he ran a fake obituary for the death of Slim Shady.
Yeah.
And that's iconic.
Oh, so iconic.
That's iconic. So I'm excited for that. I love Eminem, but I like that's who we grew up listening to. Like all of our we couldn't listen to it around our parents and all the things. So like in our cars, like that's who we played.
Yeah.
And so I think it is insane to me that he is still out here making albums and making new music. But I didn't realize that it had been 4 years since his last one.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, me too.
What do you have on your list?
Let's see.
Mine's just all over the place, literally.
Yeah,
crazy.
no, mine too. I caught the microwave on fire at work the other day.
How did you do that?
Okay, so I I like had just finished my client and I had a little break before my next client. So I was like, I'm gonna go back here, throw my food in the microwave, go back to the front, clean my chair, and then like go back, eat my lunch, and then I'll be ready for my next client. Yes. And so I was like in our little like, you know, back room. And I had like a leftover taco from Taco Bell. So I just threw it in the microwave. And then I came like out and down the hallway. And when I got to the end of the hallway, I heard the crackle and it hit me. That's aluminum foil.
Oh, no.
So I turned around and I took off running. And I opened the microwave and there's flames. And so I'm kind of like frozen in like panic mode. Like, what do I need to get to put this fire out? And so I turned around. I was going to get my towel benders right there. So I was just going to grab a towel and like smack it. But by the time I turned back around, it was the fire had went out.
Oh, no.
But it was just like the corners of the aluminum foil had like little flames. And I was like, I'm so glad I heard the crackle because I almost ignored it. I was almost like, but then like, also, like, the sound you imagine like when a UFO is like coming down to Earth and it's like the like wah wah.
Okay, wah. Now that you do that sound, I was like, no, I don't.
Yeah, that it was like making that too, and I was like,
oh no.
Yeah. Oh, it was. If I would have went and finished like cleaning my station, it would have been bad.
Burnt down the slime.
Yeah. So I was like, I just caught my taco on fire. So sorry if it stings.
My bad.
Yeah, I still ate the taco.
Anyone sing? Lauren started the fire.
No.
Not one person. Oh my God, lame.
Yeah.
What a missed opportunity on that.
But then I was like scared to heat up my beans because I was like, what if like at this point I'm just not
I would have never used the microwave again. Yeah. So ours broke the other day. We had literally all of our appliances are just murking themselves. I don't understand what is going on, but like washing machine, dryer, microwave.
Yeah.
And like the whole front panel, like the buttons just fell off. And so Jake has it literally taped on there. Like it's safe, I guess. It's still working. But so microwaves, whatever. I've not been using one for like 3 weeks because I'm scared it's going to like mess something up.
Yeah. It's like once something goes wrong, it's like, let's just.
Everything. All of my appliances are just, I might as well just throw them out the window. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
What else do you have on your list before we go into a story?
Let's see.
I got called an influencer.
Did you?
Yeah, by one of the Halloween influencer chicks.
Oh, nice.
So that was really cool. She's one of the coolest girls ever. Like, she's Halloween-y, but she wears, like, turquoise jewelry, and it has, like, Western vibes.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah, I love that.
So, yeah, she, like, commented it, and it made me feel really good.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Have you ever had a spider in your car while you were driving?
Absolutely.
It happened to me twice last week.
I wonder what that means.
Twice on different days.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. I was I think I was on the way to work the first time, and like I think it had built a little spider web on the outside of my car. And so when I cracked my window, it like came, just kind of like drifted in. And so I'm driving and it like I just see it like kind of fly across my face. Luckily it was like an itty bitty baby spider.
Well, it means good luck.
Does it? Well, that's good.
Yeah, good fortune and luck.
Yeah, so I was like trying not to like wreck, but I was trying to like get this spider from not floating in front of my face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so then I like got it out of the car or whatever, and then it happens again like a couple days later, and I was like, what is
that? Happened to me driving the kids. Luckily we were on the driveway. Like we had driven the car to get the mail, and then we were driving back, and I'm like just driving down the driveway. The kids are like running around the back, and I saw it coming down beside my face, and I just told the kids, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's going to happen to us. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to get
Everybody
this shit
hold on and pray to
like,
Jesus.
Yeah, literally, I don't know what to do. So I start screaming, which then leads my 4-year-old to scream. So her and I are both screaming. And Jet's he's like mortified of bugs. So he's like crying.
Oh,
and
he
we're
don't even
screaming.
like ants.
Absolutely not. And so that was traumatic. I probably scarred them for life. But I like found a piece of mail and like got it out and just threw it in the driveway. I don't know what the mail was. Don't care.
Yeah. Hopefully it was nothing important.
Yeah, it had to go. So
Mom had a snake in her car once.
Nope.
Luckily, she hadn't started driving yet because if y'all know my mother, she would have panicked and wrecked. Absolutely but it was in the driveway, and she went to like get into the driver's seat to like, crank it and go for work and look down, and it's in the driver's floorboard where her feet are. So she goes inside, wakes my dad up. He comes out. At that point, it's gone.
It's gone. They always are.
Yeah,
they
and I was like, I would have burned the car down. I never would have touched it again. No. So she drove one of my dad's, cars, I guess, to work that day. And Dad like put, traps and everything. Never caught the snake. Never found it. Have no clue what happened to it.
That's insane to me. And I would have never driven that car again.
Yeah.
Ever.
But thank God it was still parked in the driveway and not on the road.
Oh, like, could you imagine?
Oh,
you would wreck. You would have to.
Oh,
I feel like I see like the videos of people have like the mindset to like get their phone out and make a video of a snake in their car. I'm like, are you joking me?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Did you put that there to make this video? Because if I'm driving down the road and a snake comes out of any orifice of my car, I'm out. Like, I'm out. We're jumping. Everybody unbuckle. We're getting out.
One of my biggest fears is because I heard a story about this when I was probably 6 or 7, and it is like burned into my brain. I'll never forget it. Someone sat on the toilet and a snake was in the toilet and came up and bit its butt.
Nope.
Yeah. So now I'm like terrified of, and I'm not even that scared of snakes, but that story resonated with me so much when I was a little kid. And I was like, okay, note to self, always check for snakes in the toilet.
Literally.
We saw 3 snakes at the lake last weekend.
Did you?
Ew. One, I didn't see the first.
Snakes, like water moccasins?
2 of them were like little black snakes. They were itty bitty babies, and they went down a little hole. They were kind of cute.
Gross.
But one, we were walking up to the house. I didn't see it because I was like in the back, but it was like a red snake, and it jumped.
What do you mean it jumped?
Yeah, I didn't know snake. It was on like the little like wood banister, and it like jumped and then like slithered away.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, I was like, snakes can jump?
With what?
No clue. They're little tummy muscles, I guess.
Do you know how bad I want to get on the ground right now and try to jump with my abs? Like my non-existent ab muscles from having 2 children.
I can't imagine.
What do you mean?
It jumped.
Like leading with its head?
Yeah. Leaped off of the wood.
A leaping snake.
Into
I'm
the
YouTubing
grass.
this right now.
And slithered away.
I'm going to look up a video. I have to see this.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
jumping
absolutely.
Snake. It was red?
Yeah, it was like a red jumping snake.
Ew.
According to them. Like I said, I didn't see it, but
Videos.
At that point, I'm glad I didn't, because normal snakes don't
Eastern brown snake jumps into the air. Let's watch this video. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
I feel like that's just not information I necessarily needed in my arsenal, that snakes can jump, because terrifying.
He did. He jumped right off like a dolphin almost.
Yeah.
Like that motion.
Terrifying.
Ew.
Yeah.
No. Why? Why did that happen? That's a whole new fear unlocked. Who knew?
Right.
So now I don't want to walk by anything that could potentially have a jumping snake on it.
Yeah. What if it jumps?
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew, I don't like that at all. I don't like that one bit. Speaking of animals and being stupid, not animals are not stupid. They are. Some. We've been bamboozled. We've been bamboozled, and I called it on the last episode.
Yeah.
I called it. It was fake.
The stingray thing?
The stingray was never pregnant. Never pregnant. Never. They're calling it a strange reproductive disease.
What?
Yeah. I still think it was a complete scam. But they were saying, like, I saw, it was like a whole news article about it, about how she's not actually pregnant, and it was just a weird reproductive thing, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, yeah? Well, then where did the ultrasounds come from?
Yeah.
If you took ultrasounds, you Googled them. Did you Google image them? Because what are you doing?
I know someone who's done that in real life to like trap a boyfriend. But anyways.
Well, Charlotte took notes from that person. But
so they're not saying like, hey, we lied, haha, that was funny. They're saying like, oh, some crazy thing happened.
Yeah.
And
it had to be PR. It had to be for whatever that store was. Like, now I don't even want to look it up because I don't want to know.
Yeah.
But she's just in there being fat and happy, and they're
monetizing off of it.
Yes, it's ridiculous. And now I think that my horse may be doing the same thing. So
I'm like, I really figured that like her baby would have been here by now. Shines.
Oh yeah, same. I literally slept 0 at the beach because I had my cameras on. Yeah. And I had like people on standby, like ready to go check on her, all the things. I'm a very responsible horse owner. And nothing. So we get home yesterday, and I look and she's laying down. I was like, oh my God, it's happening. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. It wasn't. She was just rolling. She's still able to roll. Yeah. And I was like, get up. Yeah. Don't lay down anymore. What are you doing? So we went for a stroll. I'm trying to walk her baby out because that's what they say to do to humans. It didn't work. So we both just walked for no reason, you know?
Yep.
But whatever. Maybe it'll be born this week. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know. All the dates are wrong. Everything's wrong. And she was like artificially inseminated. So it's like we know exactly when it happened.
Right.
So I don't understand what's going on. I'm getting a little nervous. But like everyone says she's fine.
Yeah, she's probably just being stubborn.
Oh, she is for sure.
She's like,
and
horses, I'll have it when I feel like
they
it.
always have their babies like at night. Like I think Cassidy looked it up, and it was like the times are like 1 to 8 is like the time that most
like
foals
1
are born.
a.m.
Yeah, to 8 a.m. like while everyone's asleep, not paying attention to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, like every foal I've ever had has been born, and like the next morning I wake up and it's there.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I know that's what like it's gonna be at night. It's just what night. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we'll see. We'll keep everyone updated. And I do apologize for sounding very monotone today. I am just not all here. So we're powering through. I have an identity crisis when I'm tan.
Do you?
I hate every second of it.
You don't like being tan?
No. So I don't tan. I don't. I purposely wear like the strongest sunscreen. I don't want color on my skin. And I did that this week, but I was out so much that it didn't work. And so I have tan lines and I'm tan, and I like looked in the mirror after a shower and I was like, ew. I don't like any of it. Like I don't feel like myself. I don't like my tattoos don't look right. Like it's just not, I like being pale. I like being one shade all the way down.
Morticia Adams.
Literally.
Yeah.
And so I like looked in the mirror and literally was like, oh my God. And I like almost had like a mental break about it. I was like, I don't like this. So I started wearing a one piece, which doesn't help because like the legs is what throws me off in my arms.
Yeah.
So I was like wearing a one piece, and like my stomach is still pretty white, but I was like, I just don't like this.
Most people are the opposite. Most people when they're pale, they're like, no, this is awful. I need to tan immediately.
That's how Katie is. Like Katie and Brittany, they came down to the beach for the last couple of days, and they are so dark and tan, and like it's all even. They go to tanning beds, it's all even, and like I can get down with that. But claustrophobic, I'm not getting in a tanning bed. But I like being my pale self.
Yeah.
And I was like having a complete identity crisis looking in the mirror. I was like, I don't like this. My makeup doesn't match. Like nothing matched. I was like, I don't like it at all.
Oh, I love being tan.
No, absolutely not.
So since we're going on a girls trip this week, we had someone write in a little story about a girls trip they went on. So okay, I'll tell that one today.
Okay, let's go.
So it says, I have a group of girlfriends, and for a few years in a row, we took beach trips together every year. One year, we took off to Oak Island. If you know anything about Oak Island, it's a tiny place with not much to do. Definitely a good book and relaxing kind of beach. One night, we decided to go out to what I'm pretty sure was the only bar on the island, and we took the only Uber they had. Oh, no. That's where the mistake was made.
Yes.
We get into the Uber with this older gentleman, and he gives us a lecture of how we're safe with him, and he has a daughter. He asked if anyone's allowed to come back with us, and we tell him no, it should just be us. And he said, okay, that's what I'm sticking with.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Okay.
Right. And so we arrive at the bar, and he said to just text him whenever they're ready to leave, and, he'll come back and get them. And so they have a good time, have a few drinks, eat some dinner, and just hang out. Fast forward to being ready to leave the bar, and the Uber will not answer us.
Oh, no.
We have absolutely no way of getting back to the house we were staying at and started panicking. A nice gentleman at the bar offers to give us a ride home. It was 3 of us and 1 of him, so we were pretty confident we could take him if we had to. This man has a tiny race car that we squeezed into and proceeded to do over 100 miles per hour to get us back home. We all sat in silence, just looking at each other, preparing for death.
Obviously.
We made it home alive and decided we probably shouldn't do that again.
Yeah, you think? I would have walked.
Yeah.
I would have just walked. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
And he's just going 100 miles per hour.
Casually. That's not
at Oak
casual.
Island, of all places. Like, Oak Island probably doesn't have a speed limit past 15 miles per hour.
Yeah,
and I've
never been to Oak Island, so I'm not sure, like, I know it's small.
Yeah.
But no beach has over 50.
Right.
Like, that's insane to me.
Yeah.
Ew.
They're just piled in this itty bitty little car.
I have so many problems with this story.
Hour.
First of all.
Yeah, you would never, ever get in the car with a stranger.
Absolutely not.
I feel like it's hard not to get you in like an Uber.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't like Ubers. I don't like any of the taxi thing. I've been in a taxi once, like an actual one time with Jake. And the whole time I was sitting there, I was like, we're going to be kidnapped.
Yeah.
Like, this is, what if it's not even real taxi? What if you just put these letters on just right now?
Yeah, just
like,
pulled up and,
popped them on there. It says taxi, and we're dumb enough to get in this car. Ubers make me super uncomfortable because I'm not a small talker. So I don't know what to say to you because I don't need to know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I
Kinda
don't
awkward.
need to know you.
Right.
Because I'm not going to see you again ever after this, probably. And so I just sit back there and I'm just like fiddling with my hands, and I'm very anxious the whole time. My parents never worried about me growing up, like getting into a stranger's car because I'm not riding with anyone I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, cannot do it. So that thought would have never crossed my mind to be like, let's ask this guy. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'll just walk.
Right.
Like, absolutely not. I'm walking, and if we make it, we make it. If we don't, we tried.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm not. And Uber, but I bet that guy makes a killing though. That Uber guy, if he's the only one on the island,
Oh,
and there's only
definitely.
one bar.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he drives the people mover car that I saw at the beach. There was something else that I wanted to talk about too. Oh, we are going to Music Fest this weekend. I'm pretty excited about that. I was gonna pull up the playlist or the whatever you call it. What's it on Facebook? That has like the set list.
Yeah,
all
or
the
the
things?
app has all the.
Girl, I don't have the app yet. I guess I got to re-download it, huh?
I already got it to see like the schedule and everything. But
you?
okay, so Parker McCollum is
Yes,
Thursday
talk to
night.
me. Okay.
And it reminded me that because me and Colin were talking about it, and you know, we were supposed to see Parker McCollum once, but we never. Yeah, he was opening for some concert that we went to, and so it was like a long line. We're waiting in line, waiting to get up to the front. It was at Walnut Creek or whatever, and so we're at the point where you're like in between the barricades, you know, because there's different lines. And one of the guys that was with us was standing in front of me, and he kind of starts like wobbling a little bit.
The guy with you did?
Yeah. And then he passes out.
Oh no.
And so immediately we're all panicking. Somebody with us like ran to get, you know, an EMT or whatever. Well, then he wakes up and he's pissed because he's embarrassed. He just passed out in front of all of these people. Yeah. So he turns around and just starts elbows out, charging through the crowd to like get out because he was like, I need to get away.
So embarrassed. Yeah.
So and so we all turn around to follow him. So we turn around. At this point, I had started panicking because like his lips turned to blue. He passed out. I was like, he's dying. Something like, you know.
Obviously something's wrong.
And so I turn around and Colin was in front of me and he said he just turns around and I'm going out. So I pass out too.
I forgot about that. Yes.
And so Colin picks me up. I'm like straddled him. So he's busting through the crowd with me. I finally like come to and open my eyes and everybody's staring at me like I'm like on drugs.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah. Because at this point, these people didn't see the other dude pass out. They just saw, And so.
What happened to y'all?
Well, he had hit, like, do you remember the Delta 8, like, vapes you can get at the vape store?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's, like, legal, like, Delta 8 weed, essentially.
Right, yeah.
And, but it's, like, chemicals. Like, it's fake. It's not, like, natural. And so I think that just, like, got to his head and he passed out. And then I panicked and started having anxiety. I passed out.
So I remember you, like, telling us about that, but I didn't realize that the guy that y'all were with passed out.
Yeah,
too.
so we both passed out. We missed Parker McCollum because he was the opener. By the time we got in, like, he was done. So I'm excited to see.
Even made it.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see him Thursday because, you know, I missed him the first go round.
Okay, Brian Martin's going to be there. Love him. Let's see.
Oliver Anthony's going to be there. I know a lot of people like him.
Yep. Are you a Carrie Underwood fan?
I've definitely like used to be a lot. I don't listen to her a whole lot, I would say, but like, you know, some of her, I like her stuff. Morgan Wallen's the big one. Everyone knows.
Yeah, but I'm not even gonna hold out hope that he's actually coming. We'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
Gavin, did you say is it Adcock?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue how to say his name.
So I love his music recorded. Love it. I have like most of his songs on one of my playlists or whatever. But if you get on TikTok and see recordings of him, like of his shows, it's not great.
Somebody said that about Parker McCollum, actually. I was talking to him the other day about how we're going to see him. Yeah, I think it was actually Molly. She said that it was like a couple years ago before he got
like a bad video.
Like big and comfortable and like stuff like that. And she said that, I think it was her.
Cameron Marlowe, he's going to be there. I think he's great. And I think, is Elle going to be there? No.
I think she was there last year and we
missed
her.
Yeah, we did miss her. I was going to say because they have a duet.
Megan Marini's going to be there and I like her a lot. Yeah.
Yep. Emo cowgirl.
Yes.
There was another one that I was excited about. Oh, we were excited about Colt Ford, obviously. And
poor thing.
I know he's not going to be there. I haven't seen any updates on that though. Hopefully he's doing well. I know he canceled all of his shows this year. So that's crazy. Lee Bryce will be there. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Is he from here? Is that Chase Rice?
Chase Rice is from here. Yeah.
That's Lee Bryce. That's not even the same.
It rhymes.
It does rhyme. And what are the themes this year?
We have the first night's just kind of like come as you know you are, whatever.
Okay.
The next night is Hawaiian night.
Yes, I have that one.
And then we have Neon Cowboy Night.
I have that one.
And then we have USA Day.
We are having USA Day.
Yeah, that's Sunday. Is USA red, white, and blue.
I have to get something for that.
Literally yesterday, I tried on all my outfits to make sure I had everything, and then like I'm gonna have to go this week and get some more like little accessories and stuff like that.
I need something for USA Day, unless. So, our girl Sammy on the TikTok, she will wear a bathing suit as a bodysuit. Do we like that?
I feel like for this, like Country Music Fest, you're at the beach, so yeah. But like if I was going out to eat at a restaurant, like no.
Yeah.
But like for Music Fest, yeah.
Yeah, because I have the one piece American flag one that I wore with like my fanny pack.
That would be cute.
I would wear a bra with it though.
Yeah.
And then like unzip it.
Yeah.
I think it zips. I can't remember.
Yeah.
With like shorts, and then I'm not gonna say what shoes because iconic. Okay, I might do that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know, I couldn't remember if we were having that day or not.
Yeah, I think Sunday is USA Day.
So
I think they pretty much do that one every year because like America.
Thursdays wear whatever.
Yep.
Okay. I need to plan that one. I have the other two planned, but I have to plan that one and USA Day. I'm really excited about the outfits.
Yeah,
I was having like anxiety about it last week at the beach. I was like, I'm just not even gonna go. I'm gonna sell my ticket. And Jake was like, why? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
something to do.
I had decided I like wasn't gonna really order many clothes because I'm like, we're taking a lot of trips.
Right,
I need to like save some money and stuff like that. Well, last week I panic ordered.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I love a panic order.
Yeah, and so I like didn't even know what was coming
Yeah.
in and stuff like that. So it finally came in last week, and I was like, I might have absolutely nothing. But I tried on everything yesterday, and like I'm excited now.
Okay.
Yeah, it came together good.
Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to unpack because obviously I have not unpacked. We just got home yesterday, and repack all my stuff. But I'm gonna try to fit it into a smaller suitcase. Also, the vacuum seal bags. I thought I had this ingenious plan and was going to pack so many cute outfits for my beach trip this past week in these little bags. It's all gonna fit my suitcase. No problem. I'm not gonna have to lay on my suitcase to zip it. It made it worse.
Oh no,
they're too bulky.
Made it worse?
Yeah, they're like too bulky.
Yeah.
Like by the time you make them the size that they need to be to fit in the suitcase, like whole thing, it like and they don't give. So like when you sit on it to like zip it, nothing gives. It's just like so that didn't work at all.
I almost bought some packing cubes they have a bunch at TJ Maxx right now, but I was like, are they necessary?
No,
because I always kind of like organize my suitcase anyways. So I'm like, I don't think they're necessary, so I didn't get any. But they are like, you see all the cutesy TikTok videos of people. Like,
I love watching people pack things.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna be that girl.
Yeah, I was like, I just don't think they're
necessary.
Yesterday
or Friday night packing, I literally took everything that I'd hung in the closet and just threw it in the suitcase, and everything out of the drawers, no folding, no arranging, and just threw them in the suitcase, laid on top of it, zipped it up
for coming home. Yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't even attempt. Not one thing is folded in there unless it was folded in the drawer and remained that way getting into the suitcase, because that's just not for me. So unorganized when it comes to packing because I just feel like I need everything. I'm like that person. Like I have to have this. What if I need this? What if I need that? Yeah,
you never know.
Yeah, and it's terrible. So like we're taking a smaller vehicle this year, and I'm like, and we're staying with more people at Music Fest, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do. Like I don't want to take one of my big hat bags because it can't like compress because it's a hat bag, and so I'm like, I may actually borrow. Katie has a I didn't know these were a thing, but it's like a suitcase for like trucker hats.
Nice. And
you can sit like 6 of them in there, and you zip it up, and it's hard, so it doesn't smush them. So I may see if she'll let me borrow it. She doesn't know that I'm going to do that. But oh yeah, I feel like there was something funny I wanted to talk about. I'm just so out of it today. I'm sorry about that, guys.
I have something a little funny that happened this week. Okay, so I have a porch swing on my front porch. I absolutely love it. I'll sit in it every single day. Colin has we have like a little shed out back, and he has this like hitting net because he's obsessed with golf. He hits golf balls every single day. Well, this one's getting a little, like I said, he hits every day. So like it's seen better days.
Right.
There is a TV on the wall behind the hitting net.
Wait, outside?
In our shed.
In the shed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Colin hits a ball into the net. You know, it's like full force, full swing. He's hitting like you would on the golf course. The net busts. The golf ball goes through it, hits the TV on the wall behind it, and just shatters it.
The whole TV.
Yeah. And so I didn't see it. I was on the front porch swinging. So I'm up front, and I'm like swinging, and he comes out there to tell me. He's like, I broke something.
Oh, God.
And immediately I'm like, what did you break? What happened? And he was like, the TV. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that's not even our TV. Like, I'm pretty sure we borrowed it from somebody. And then, as I'm sitting here like reprimanding him for, is that the word? For like breaking our TV, the porch swing I'm on collapses.
Karma.
Yeah. And I hit the ground. And so we're both like, it was just so
Haven't
funny.
you fallen out of that multiple times?
I think that was probably the 5th time that's happened to me. So the anchor,
the same swing,
the same side. That it's not the swing, it's the anchor. The anchor's like not long enough, and so every now and then I have to like check and make sure it's screwed in all the way. Yeah. And literally that morning when I sat on it, I was like, I haven't checked it in a while. I probably should check it, but I didn't feel like going to like get a chair to stand on to reach it or whatever. So I was like, it's fine. That day, it collapsed.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, it's like the 5th time it's happened.
And that like jolts your whole body too when you hit the ground.
Hurts.
Like, that's terrible.
My like neck always gets like jarred from like the pressure, so I like can't move for like the next couple of days.
Wear a neck brace.
Yeah, it was it was just so like bad. Everything was messing up at that point.
This is kind of going back to the like ultrasound picture thing. I don't know what just registered in my head. Something you said just triggered me. We were on the beach all day, every day, and this kid, he was young, like came up and like befriended Jake. So Jake, my husband, he makes friends everywhere we go. Sometimes that's good and sometimes it's not. You know what I mean? Like, him and I will go, like, I don't know, like Red Oak. We went there one time and I might as well have been there by myself because he was like talking to this random guy at the bar. But this kid like befriends him and like keeps walking up to him like every day. And it was kind of getting to like the annoying stage because like we're here like on family vacation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like telling Jake his life story and this and that and blah. It was just a lot.
Yeah.
But he came up one day, we were all sitting there. I was standing by the water, so I didn't see this incident happen. But he apparently came up to Jake and my brother and was like, I caught this last night at 3 a.m. And it was like a 200 and something, some shark, something. He like said numbers and like how long it was, and it was insane. And my brother was like, the sun's out in this picture. Like, he didn't say it to him because my brother's too nice. And Jake didn't say anything either. But, like, when he walked away, they were like, the sun was out. I was like, what are you talking about? And they were like, he just showed us, like, a Google image of a shark that he said he caught. I was like, I mean, he's trying to impress you guys.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny because I was like, I would never think to do
So he
that.
wasn't even in the picture. It was just a picture of a shark.
Yeah, it was just a shark on the shore. And John said that it had, like, or Jake or somebody said it had, like, the black, like, borders around it, like you can tell it was a screenshot. And I was like, oh well, he's just trying to be your friend. Like,
people are so interesting.
It was so funny. I was like, that would happen to y'all. Like, y'all would befriend someone that would fake a shark catching
well, I feel like people that would fake a shark, like they're the only kind of people that go and like try to like like me, I'm like, so I don't want to bother anybody. They're all on their own little vacations and stuff like that.
Do not
but like
associate.
To come up to somebody and just like, it's hilarious.
It took me so long to get used to the fact that like when we go on your family vacations, like we end up making like acquaintances out on the beach. Like every year, like we befriend like our neighboring beach buddy.
Right.
And it's like so strange to me because when I go to the beach with like my family, it's just us, which we go to like less populated beaches, but is like so wild to watch y'all like talk to strangers and invite them like over to our group.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
Well, also there's what 30 of us, and like on your family trip, y'all like 12.
Us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so, but it's just like crazy to me that y'all just hey, what's up, guys? Like, here's a drink. Yeah, literally. And now like it's fun or whatever. But it was like it took me a couple years to get used to that. I was like, oh. Okay. We don't know them.
Yeah. We're just talking to strangers out here. And some of them do end up being like total weirdos.
Absolutely.
But sometimes
what year was it?
A nice guy.
Was it like last year, the year before last? They like it was when they stayed at the Atlantic Beach in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Is that last year? No, year before last. And something happened with like the neighbor ended up being super creepy or something.
The cornhole guy?
Yeah.
There was like this like guy that kept coming over to the house to play cornhole because my best friend and her fiance, he's like he like professional. Yeah, like pro cornhole. And so we he had met another cornhole, obsessed guy. And they had been playing together, and I'm pretty sure like he like just showed up like late at night, was playing, he was hammered.
It was like odd.
And then I think like didn't his like girlfriend or something had been looking for him, didn't know where he was, and like she came up pissed or like something like that. It was like I can't remember. But
I feel like there was like a situation, and we rolled up. I think it was after you and I had gone shopping.
Yeah.
And we like rolled. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Like what's going on? But Yeah, I just like at any given time that year, I felt like you could walk up to the house and be like, "Who's that?"
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Once you like talk to somebody once and like kind of invite them over once, some of them will take it as a free invitation to just
like leeches.
Yeah, like just
so it makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, we invited you over once, bro. Like go to your house.
Friends.
Obviously, your girlfriend wants to spend time with you. Yeah, like, go to your own.
Odd to me because I just feel like I don't have that mindset of it. Oh, they invited me over. I'm gonna start. Over all the time.
Even when I'm invited somewhere and I'm there, I'm like, I feel, I'm like, I know I was invited, but like, do they really want me here?
Like me? Yeah. Oh, this just gave me, speaking of, this is on my notes too. I binge watched the whole entire series of Geek Girl.
Haven't heard of it.
It's on Netflix. It's actually rated PG, which I don't usually watch like the PG shows. It's called Geek Girl, and it's a redheaded girl. On the screen, I think she has like sunglasses that says like Geek Girl in the like the lenses.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I literally was up to like 2:00 in the morning finishing. It's like 10 episodes, I think. On Netflix. And so it's a girl and she is like bullied in school or whatever. And I think that, well, I'm not going to say that. No, because that's a spoiler. Anyway, she's bullied in school. She's insecure, like all the things, normal high school. She's very skinny, very like unique looking, I guess. So their school wins, or their class wins, this like field trip to London Fashion Week, and it's in London. Is the whole like that's where they are. So they go, and it's like, this is not a spoiler, but she gets like discovered, and she's not trying to be discovered. There's like drama along with it, of course, and I guess it would be like a coming of age, quote unquote, type series, which is a weird thing to say, but I feel like that's what it is because they're in high school. And it is so good. Like, so good. And if they don't have a season 2, I'm going to be beside myself.
And they probably won't because Netflix always does that.
It's limited series. Yeah. But the way that it ends, there's potential. Yes. Yeah. And so I saw like, I think Yahoo was like, there's probably not going to be one, but something else was like, there probably will be because look at how they ended it. And it's like number 6 in the US right now, number 5 in the UK, and like number 1 somewhere else. Like, I mean, it's pretty good. Like, people are watching it. Just came out the 30th.
I'll have to watch it.
And so it's really good. But that just reminded me of that because like she was like, no one wanted, like, she only had like her little 2 friends.
Right.
And then it's a whole thing.
Aww.
But you should watch it, Geek Girl.
Yeah.
So good. So good. Literally didn't sleep at all because I had to finish it. Jake walked in. He's like, "Are you still awake?" I was like, "Yeah, I can't sleep."
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm so into this show right now. And it like
one more episode.
Yeah.
One more episode.
And then I lied. I finished it this morning because I fell asleep. I had to rewind it. But so good, and everyone should watch it so that they make a season 2 because I can't live with it the way that it is.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to watch it. I haven't been able to find a show lately that I've been like, oh my God.
Good.
Except Bridgerton. I do want to, but I kind of want to wait until they all come out because I hate how Netflix does the stupid 4 episodes. I think I'm going to wait.
Yeah. I watched the 4. I know what's going to happen. Because I'm psychic. I know it's going to happen. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm kind of not because it's already giving me anxiety about it. But I took the time in between to watch Queen Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had not watched that. And I did not realize that it was a spinoff. Did not realize that. Loved it. And they could make a season 2 of that, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
But they could. Like, the way they left it, there's still so much to happen. Like, they could do a season 2. And I think they should, but I don't think they will. Because that came out, last year? Or year before last?
Yeah, a couple years, I think.
So, I don't know.
I think Netflix just needs to, like, chill. Like, they take on so much that it's hard to continue with anything because they have too many projects going on. There's too many options of things to watch. So, it's not, like, if they would just limit a little bit more, they would be able to actually continue and keep
too broad.
They're doing too much.
Yeah,
like chill. Pick a couple of things, stick with it.
Stick to what you know.
Yeah, like chill.
I mean, I can see that because I will watch like suggested or recommended shows because I do watch like all of the like what do you call them? Period pieces,
right?
Whatever it is. I watch all of the UK shows, all of the things, and then like Vikings or whatever. By the time you finish it, there'll be like little spin-off things that are just like 4 episodes, 5 episodes of and then it's nothing. I'm like, what was the point?
Yeah.
What was the point of making me watch this if that's it?
Yeah.
Like a limited series bothers me. The Queen's Gambit was a limited series, but I heard that's coming back out.
Is it?
That's what I saw.
That yet.
Yeah, I saw that it was. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I mean, I know I saw that. Maybe it was like a false report or whatever. Yeah. But I loved the Queen's Gambit so much. I mean, not to the point where it made me want to play chess, but I loved it. Like, I loved the whole aesthetic of the show.
Right.
Did I tell you that Jack said aesthetic?
Yes, and that's hilarious.
Mean Girl aesthetic.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the little limited series, it drives me insane. What was the one that I just watched that I got all hooked on? And I was gonna be a drug lord. What was that one?
Oh, with the blind girl.
No. Oh, that was a good one.
Into the Dark.
I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
It got too much.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
I love it.
It's literally, I was having like palpitations.
Yeah.
Like watching it, and like going blind is like my biggest fear.
Yeah.
No, the one where I was gonna be a 1970s drug lord from Cuba.
Not sure.
Oh, Griselda.
Yeah, I was about to say. I know what you're talking about.
Griselda.
Yeah. I tried to watch that, and I didn't get into it. Yeah,
it's a lot. But
it's hard for me to get. I've said this before. It's hard for me to get into shows.
I think you'll get into which is totally like opposite spectrum of Griselda, but Geek Girl.
See, I think I will too, because I like shows like that, and even like books like that too. Like,
it is a book.
I'm a sucker for like a coming of age kind of.
It was written. The show is based off the book.
Oh, so yeah, then I love.
You'll like it, but it was good. I usually don't like the I guess it would be considered a rom-com. Yeah. But like as a series, I'm not usually into those that
that's
much.
My favorite thing in the world.
And see, I'm dark. I'm a dark person. I like all the dark things. Like if I open or start watching a new series and there's not like beheadings and like axes being thrown at faces, like I don't care.
Yeah, see, like, and I like don't watch stuff
like
that.
Bridgerton is like, it's kind of elite for me because it's not dark.
Yeah,
like,
but Bridgerton, it's just one of those. It's so good.
Oh,
it's
so good.
Watch
it's absolutely, it's brilliant. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. Like the show that started me on all these like period pieces and all the things like that was The Tudors, which is about King Henry VIII.
I haven't watched that.
Oh, it's okay. So it's rated R Bridgerton, which I know that's rated mature, but you know what I mean. Like,
is it kind of like Rain? Because I love the show Rain, and it's like suggested Tudors to me before.
Yes,
it's the same guy, ain't it? That's in Rain.
Yeah, yes. There are a couple of guys. The one with the eyes, the Bash.
Yeah,
he plays a small part in The Tudors. The Tudors is based on King Henry VIII, and you know how he had like 6 wives, or whatever. And so it goes through his like life with wife 1 to his last one, and Anne Boleyn, which is one of the ones that got beheaded. Like it's so good, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. So Bridgerton is like flowers and colorful, and you're in this whole whimsy of, you know, whatever. The Tudors is like, that's my wife, I don't like her anymore, chop her head off.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, and it's dark. Like, it's actually visually dark. Like, it's darker than, you know, that one is. So, I mean, if you can get the first episode's rough. It like takes a minute. You're like, oh, I don't know if I like this. Like, it kind of leaves like a bad taste in your mouth. But if you can get through the first episode, you'll be hooked on The Tudors. And it's several seasons, like 6 or 7 seasons, I think.
See,
it's pretty good.
I have a hard time with shows.
Yeah, I know you do. I know, that's so strange to me, because I would prefer, except like Grey's Anatomy.
Oh yeah,
that's too much. I will not start it.
Yeah,
like I'm not even gonna watch it at this point because it's too much, and I know that I'm gonna get all obsessed with these characters, and then I already know which ones die from TikTok or whatever.
Right.
So it's like I don't even want to even start this. Like, again, like I'm not. Well, I've never watched it at all, but I don't want to do that. But any like of the period pieces, if they have a British accent, I'm all in.
Can you imagine being alive and like living through those days? I say all the time, like I've said before, like, because I like some period pieces and stuff, and I'm like, man, I think it would have been so cool to be alive in those times. But then I think I wouldn't have been a king or a queen or one of those. I would have been a peasant. Yeah. I would have been poor,
sure.
You know, like stealing bread to eat.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Yeah, so it's not. I wouldn't have lived the big romanticized life that you see on shows like Rain.
The good boobs.
They did, yeah. Those corsets.
I love that. Like this whole, I want one of those.
Yeah.
This has been just an episode about boobs, really. I could not have lived back then because the smell.
Oh yeah.
There was a smell. I don't know what it was, but there was one.
Yeah, nobody's
And I
bathed.
don't do
Everybody's
smells.
sweaty. There's no AC.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. I don't do smells. I'm like, ever since like having kids, like being pregnant twice, having kids, all the things, my smell, I'm like a bloodhound. And literally went to make a sandwich this week at the beach, which is the only time I like eat sandwiches is at the beach. The bread smelled weird, and I made everyone smell it. I was like, smell the bread, and they were like, it smells like bread. I was like, no, it doesn't.
I know what you're talking about though. Bread does sometimes get that weird
This is
smell. Like
what's the
yeast.
yellow one?
Yeah.
What's the yellow bread with the girl?
Yep.
Yeah, that one. It literally, I opened the bag and like I went to like make my sandwich and I smelled it, and then when I went to eat my sandwich, I like smelled. I was like, I was like, is this bread bad? And they were like, no. I was like, it smells terrible.
Yeah.
Like, it smells terrible.
It does.
And no one smelled
that
it.
odd smell.
Yeah, no one smelled it.
Do you like smell your cups before you pour drink in them? Because Colin does that. When me and Colin first started like dating and stuff, and he sniffed a cup, I was like, what was that?
I sniff everything.
Yeah.
Dude, I smell everything. Like, I don't know, but smells really mess with me. Like now, they used to not. I used to whatever, could care less. But yeah, if a cup smells too much like dish detergent, I can't drink water out of it.
Yeah,
I can drink other things, but I can't drink water.
Yeah.
And then something I tasted yesterday. Oh, we ordered Mexican food last night and brought it home, and I like the cheese that I like dipped into the cheese dip, and I could like a hint of like cleaner.
Yeah.
Came upon me. I was like, I can't eat that anymore. And she was like, it doesn't taste like that. I'm like, yeah, but it did. It did. That one bite out of the 15 other bites I'd already had of it, that one bite, for some reason, I inhaled cleaner. And I can't eat it anymore. Yeah. So, but I'm weird about that.
Here's something I did last week.
Okay.
It was in the morning, and I like opened the fridge to get a drink, and then went to work and didn't shut the fridge. So when Colin got home from work that evening, the fridge had been open all day. I had to throw away. Yeah, I had to throw away everything, and I had just got my HelloFresh for the week. I had to throw all that away. I had just went to the grocery store and got cheese and creamers,
and that's $80.
Yeah, because like I googled it, and it, of course I do the smell test and like smell it. If it smells bad, throw it away. But I was like, I'd rather not risk any of this, and just throw it. So my fridge is empty right now because I literally threw away everything.
That happened to us.
Oh, I was so mad.
It was like the whole refrigerator just died. Like it went out.
Yeah, I remember that.
We had just moved in, and so like Lowe's bought our groceries. Like they sent us money for like groceries or whatever.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was great, and a new refrigerator. Do you think milk always smells bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big milk lover in general.
I'm a cereal person. I love cereal so much, but I will only eat cereal out of I can't do like a plastic bowl. Like it has to be like a ceramic, like whatever.
Yeah.
A normal
like,
plate.
Yeah.
Whatever they're made out of. Like it has to be like something that can get cold. Has to. But I'll like go to smell the milk sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know why, because to me, it's always gonna smell bad.
Yeah.
Like I can tell the difference between a soured milk and just regular milk, but it always smells bad. And once I've smelled it, like I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
So like I have to pour it without like sniffing it.
Yeah.
Which is weird. But I did have the most amazing dessert though. And I don't know why I'm on a sweets kick, but we went to, there's a new ice cream shop off the Surf City Bridge, and it's called Sweet Delicious. It's the cutest little shop ever. They have some things they just opened like 3 weeks ago. So they have some things they need to work on as far as like when they get busy.
Yeah.
But an affogato, have you ever had affogato? What that is?
Don't even know what that word.
Okay, so I didn't either until a couple years ago. So you take a cup, like a glass cup, and you put in ice cream, and then you pour espresso on top of it.
Oh, yummy.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah.
The best thing in the world. Like, whoever accidentally made that,
yeah,
because that had to have been some kind of like, oh, I just spilled my espresso in my ice cream.
Yeah.
Like, mistake. It was pristine.
Yeah.
But, so the first affogato I had was, I can't say this, pistachio. Okay, I don't really like that flavor.
That's like one of my favorite ice cream flavors ever.
But, so that with espresso, amazing. Had it at the Green Valley Grill in Greensboro. That was so good. But this one, you could choose like the ice cream out of the thing, and they had tons of flavors, and then they pour the espresso. You can 2 or 1 shots. I got 2. They had an ice cream called Coffee House Cookies and Cream.
Ooh.
So it's coffee ice cream with Oreos. Oh my God. So I was like, can I get that with the espresso? And they were like, yeah. When I tell you, it was the best thing I've ever put in my face.
Oh, it sounds like
it was so good. And now I'm like craving it, but I'm like, I don't know if you can just buy that ice cream.
Right.
I've never seen it, so I'm going to have to make it. But it was delicious. So John and my uncle got a milkshake like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it was
that sounds so good.
Insane. But they forgot to make Katie's banana split. So we were all sitting there like eating and she's just like standing there.
Aww.
I know. And then so I was going to order it I don't do milkshakes. I did this night, but I don't do milkshakes usually because I don't like when it sits in the straw and gets lukewarm.
Yeah.
So Cassidy, you made a comment. She's like, y'all just drank those in like 0.5 seconds. I was like, yeah, because I can't put it down. I have to finish the milkshake as soon as I start it or it's not enjoyable to me.
Yeah.
But I was going to order a mango smoothie to like wash down the milkshake because I like to have like something else after ice cream. And so I was like, yeah. And like he wants just soft serve in a cup. And he hands it to me. He's like, okay, thanks. Have a good night. And I was like, because I was about to order my second drink. And he was like, okay, have a good night. I was like, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I had already had like a terrible day.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay.
Guess I'm
just
not
walked away.
That. Yeah.
But the milkshake was so good.
Did Katie ever get her banana split?
Yeah, she had to go ask for it.
Okay.
She walked up there and she was like, she guilt tripped them. She's like, so all of my friends are already done eating and I haven't even gotten my banana split. And so they were using like they weren't using like a computer or like a ticket system.
Yeah.
They were just turning around being like, we need this, and this.
Yeah.
And they forgot to like tell the back.
Yeah.
Like the workers in the back to like make it. So it was like, but they were crowded. So it was a whole thing. They were like out of like most of their ice cream because it was late. And, but I had to bribe my kids for family photos. So we had to go. Yeah. It was a whole situation. And I learned that, my kids are completely different human beings. My mom gave the kids money for doing the pictures to go buy a little surprise.
Right.
And if anybody judges, you bribe your kids. Yeah, I do. I sure do bribe my kids because I would rather bribe them and them listen to me than me have to fight and not get the picture that I want. So yeah, I bribe. So Jet, obviously neither of them understand the concept of money. But Jet goes and picks out one tiny thing. One. He is happy. He is good. Golden. Good. Great.
Right.
Jax is like handful. She's like, this equals exactly how much I have. I was like, okay. But then we get to the house and she's like, I didn't get a lollipop. I'm
no.
Because you didn't get one.
Yeah.
You got all of those. Instead, brother got one. Like, that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
Like, he left with like $18 left to spend. Like, he bought everybody the ice cream.
Yeah.
But it was just, it was so funny to me how opposite they are.
Oh,
like, in a situation like that where he just does not care and she's like balls to the walls. Like, all in. So
that's so funny.
But I love ice cream. I'm on an ice cream kick right now.
I only can do ice cream. I'm not a big ice cream person, but at the beach, it's just one of those things.
We walk there every day.
Yeah, it's
like,
so nice to have ice cream on the beach and.
Oh, Sunset. Well, not. This was a different company, but like Italian Ice. Like, was it Sunset Slush that used to do it? Like Myrtle Beach
stroll and stuff. Yeah.
So this is Bada Bing.
Bada Bing.
Bada Bing. And my brother said that I embarrassed one of the workers. So he had to have been like 16. And I don't care how weird this is. He was a beautiful human being.
Right.
Like, he was like beach guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the hair, like perfect teeth.
Yeah.
And I was like,
tan skin.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I was like, who do we know that could like date him?
Yeah.
Like, we have to know someone. And John was like, you're 30. I was like, not me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm old and married.
Another
with 2 kids.
16.
Yeah. I'm thinking like, do we know someone? Like, he was so nice. And so my brother made fun of me all week. He was like, where's your boyfriend now? I was like, I don't know. But it was so funny. But they came by like every day and we would get like different flavors or whatever. I'm not a cotton candy fan.
Okay.
But I am now.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
like cotton candy.
Cotton candy Italian Ice hits different.
I don't know if I've ever had cotton candy. I always go blue raspberry when it comes to
that
like
is the
Italian
superior
ice.
flavor for sure. But it's so, I don't know what it was, but for some reason I just like panic ordered and I was like, cotton candy.
Right.
Delicious.
Yummy.
It was really, sweet.
Yeah.
Like I needed a soda to wash it down. But it was so good. And then they had blue raspberry lime. So it was like lemon lime and blue raspberry like swirled.
That sounds good.
That was really good. I think that was probably my favorite of the week. But I don't know. I'm not weird, by the way. I didn't hit on the 16-year-old. I just thought he was very pretty.
Yeah, I mean, that's a normal
Yeah, he was
have.
a human being, and he was beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, we have to find him a girlfriend. Like, he needs one. Oh, so cute.
Okay, here's one thing we can end on since
Okay.
we've been on the topic of beach and we're about to go on our little, trip to the beach and stuff like that. I seen a tanning ad the other day for like self-tan or whatever.
Oh, no.
And I can't remember like the scripting or whatever to it, but it had the word leisurist in it. And I never really leisurist.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, and I had never heard that word before, but I was like, that is what I am. I'm a leisurist. Like when I saw that word, it clicked and I was like, it makes sense. I'm a leisurist. I'm my happiest laying in the sun doing absolutely nothing, reading a book. Like that
makes sense.
Yeah, I'm a leisurist.
Okay.
And
I couldn't make that word make sense in my head, but then you described
like
it
like hobby, just like they probably made the word up just to, like
for sure
for their ad, but when I seen it I was like, I am that.
That's what I am.
I now have a word for myself.
I don't know what I am. I'm all the things. Insane, psychotic, all the things. Now people are going to think that for sure after this episode is all over the place. I like that word though. You should get tattooed.
I should.
And like the most beautiful font. Yeah. And no one's going to know what it says until you like have to tell them.
Yeah. That's like the one on my neck. Nobody knows.
Oh, I love that one though. That's cute. Brittany, Lee now. She has a tattoo on her neck like that. And I think it's so cute. I don't know what it says, but it's super cute. So I like that.
Do we want to touch on anything else today or do we want to?
We mentioned that we got tattoos, but we didn't say what they were. Yeah. So we have Unhinged on our knees, in case y'all are wondering. Yeah. That's what we got the other day.
We dropped maybe 2 episodes and we were like, yeah, let's get it tattooed.
Yeah. Because that's what we do because we're unhinged and unstable. And we just fall off, what is it? Fall off the seat of our pants?
Yeah, we fly by the seat of our pants.
What's that mean?
You just go.
Where'd that come
with
from?
The flow, ride with the wind.
Yeah, I don't think that makes sense though.
That whole seat of your pants. Yeah,
Is it seam? Seat?
Seam maybe.
Seam. Fly by the blank of your pants.
It's just something a sweet little Southern man said one day, and everybody rolled with it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we do that, and we just do things. What is the word I'm looking for? We like. Spontaneous.
Yeah, spontaneous.
We do spontaneous things. Law texted me yesterday, let's get tooth gems. Yeah. So that may be on the docket. We'll see.
Yeah, I want to. Molly texted and said, let's get tattoos so I'll wear it at Music Fest. And I was like, okay.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm always down for a tattoo.
Yeah.
I have to get it so that if we don't like it, it can be covered up though.
Yeah. Because those last minute beach tattoos aren't always. I got one time at this place in Myrtle Beach. We went and a couple of us got them or whatever. Well, the next year I went back. It's like a little strip just of a bunch of tattoo shops in Myrtle Beach. And so the next year we went back and I went to one of the tattoo shops a couple doors down from the strip. And they told me, the guy at and like named the shop or whatever. It's like a pedophile's not the word, but like a rapist isn't the word either, but something along the lines of that. He's like, I think had a charge or something.
Oh no.
And that was the man that did like our 5 young girls were in there by ourselves with him. Yeah. No. That's the guy that told me a little wave on my neck. Yeah. And I was like, I love that we were just in there
See, that's what makes me so nervous. And I always feel like I'm cheating on Laura and Annie.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know why, because they don't they are tattooed by multiple people, like all the things, but I always every time I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is so bad.
And when you just go do a little walk-in, you never know if you're going to get a good one or not, which is half of the fun of it. Colin did one time, the gumball mystery draw.
Was it last year?
Yeah. Or 2 years ago. Yeah. You put 25 cents in and twist it and you get whatever you tattoo. He put it out and it was like a
like a syringe?
Yeah, it was like a syringe or something. He was like, I don't know if I can get that one. No. So he had to pay, I think, an extra $20 to
draw.
Yeah,
again.
But he was like, I'm going to do it because I'm not.
Yeah, I would not get a
syringe.
I saw a Disney one like that on TikTok.
A Disney syringe?
No.
Oh, I was like, what? A Disney gumball machine.
Yes,
Okay.
Disney tattoos, and it was like you get what you get. And she got like a Hawaiian timon. It was really cute.
Oh, that is cute.
But I was like thinking like I would get the ugly one.
Oh yeah.
Like I would get something so dumb.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't even be cute, and then you have to get. You don't have to get it, but I mean you've paid for it because they make you pay before. But I was like, that is a cute idea. I think Laura and Annie should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like I don't know. Like when they do like fundraisers for like the animal shelters and stuff.
Yeah,
do like
fun.
the little
dogs and cats and
yeah, I think that'd be really cute. Let's pitch that idea next time we go.
Okay.
I'll text them.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
But yeah, so sorry if this episode was like all over the place and very monotone on my part. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Law though. She does all the post editing and all the things, and she deserves all that credit because I just come here and talk and that's it.
Definitely learning as we go kind of thing. It's been trial and error, but
she's got it figured out. And Jake said that he ordered us something.
Oh, fun.
I don't know what it is.
Probably we talked about the headphone thing. I don't know if it's something.
Maybe.
Who knows?
He didn't say.
Yeah.
But he did say that something was coming in this week for the podcast. I was like, okay, cool.
Nice.
So yeah. So shout out to Law for doing all the things.
Thanks.
I don't feel like I do much, but I'm here barely, but we're here. We're here. And we will be back next week or whenever it drops, whatever.
Yeah.
After Music Fest. So you will get to hear all about all of the things that happens at Music Fest and our likes and dislikes. And I don't think I'm going to hold back anything. I think if I didn't like something, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah. As we should.
So, sometimes it takes honesty to get us out there into the world. And I'm just going to be brutal about it, I think.
People either like us or they won't.
Yeah, bye. Bye. Who cares? But it's going to be fun. And we may do some vlogging while we're down there. Probably not recording, but definitely some vlogging.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Keep it unhinged.
Later.